What's good, internet? My name is attackslug. Welcome back to WWE 2K15 in 2021 on the PS5, because why not? And now, I am your new World Heavyweight Champion, but the face that runs the place, John Cena, has earned a shot. So, me and John at Night of Champions, I do believe. Excited at the opportunity to reclaim the World Heavyweight Championship. I want to take that championship and put it back around the waist of a fighting champion. Well, John, fine speech. Fighting champ, I'm the champ who likes to fight. So you better watch your back this week. John Cena and Brock Lesnar. What's going to happen with attackslug, perhaps, on commentary at ringside? And so, John Boy. And so, what's good? Oh!
Now that he knows he's facing Cena, he's looking to get the edge over him. He obviously is worried about losing that title. So he has to come out here and try to injure John Cena.
I can see you, John. And now attackslug goes one-on-one with Brock Lesnar, who I've beaten before on this show. Welcome to a fine Tuesday. The first NXT Tuesday in that new realm, in that new programming, in all of that. We'll see how those ratings shake out this week with no head-to-head competition between NXT and AEW. I'm very curious to see if things actually rise or kind of just stay the same 1.3-ish million we've had for the past 80-something weeks of those two shows going head-to-head on Wednesdays. But it is Tuesday, which means that we have some Raw talk to talk about on the Monday Night Raw flagship, or I guess former flagship program, as now SmackDown seems to be the flagship show. You know how it goes. Let's take out the beast. So they opened with Lashley, your almighty champion. Actually, they opened with Riddle wanting to fight Lashley in like earlier in the day type stuff. And Lashley kind of said, yeah, man, look, you're annoying. I'll beat you up. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I am the almighty WWE champion. So Lashley versus Riddle opened the show here. And of course, the Hurt Lock. Lashley beats Riddle. So that one, unsurprising. What is surprising is that they have changed the Raw commentary team. And I had mentioned that, hey, Tom Phillips didn't make Mania for reasons, perhaps COVID related. We're not sure. But also they were going to pull him off the show on Raw to put in a guy from ESPN, who I've never heard of. I don't watch ESPN, so couldn't tell you, right? But also, which was surprising to me, is that not only did they pull Tom Phillips from the broadcast from Raw, but also Joe was not there, which is like, wait, why is Corey Graves here on Raw? Is Corey Graves working double duty, or did Joe get moved to SmackDown? Because Cole and Joe on SmackDown could definitely be an interesting pair if they go with that. We'll find out on Friday. Or is Graves going to work double duty like he used to do? We're going to find out here, I guess, pretty shortly here by the end of the week. So that one is curious. Brock Lesnar kicks out. The Beast is that strong. So we'll see how long this new guy lasts as the main lead commentator on Raw and what they do with Tom Phillips. Is he back to 205 Live, or I guess what's the deal there with Tom? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. But we do know that Cedric and Shelton back to being currently in the ring, job squatting there for, oh, look at that, RKO out of nowhere. Jobbing out to the returning Viking Raiders. It is indeed the Raw after WrestleMania, which means there should be some returns. There were no call-ups, but there's some returns here happening on Raw. And the first was, hey, guess what? No longer injured Viking Raiders back in action. Happy to see it, because, again, the Raw tag team division, kind of anemic, as the New Day would point out later on in the evening. So, more actual tag teams on Raw. Love to see it for your tag team champions. And Brock, you done. Hashtag beat up John Cena. Hashtag beat up Brock Lesnar. You know how we do here on the show. How is that? 4.5 stars heading towards Night of Champions, John Boy. Last week, attackslug proved he's nothing more than an opportunistic, sneaky, a loser. He don't deserve to be champ. And yet somehow, I'm still champ. The champ is here. Batista. Will John Cena get his revenge here? Also, back on the Raw, back on the show, back on the broadcast, as I predicted after calling a victory for Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania in my predictions video, I said, hey, Rhea Ripley, new champion, and then the looming threat of the Queen, and she was indeed here, cutting a promo on the show. Charlotte, back in the building, back on a heel thing. She flip-flops just like the Big Show. Just kind of back and forth to whatever suits her needs, but obviously she works much better as a heel. Always has. But there were some layers here, right? Because when she was like, no more humble Charlotte, I'm like, even as a face, she was never humble. But when you consider that she thinks she was humble, that's an extra layer of the heel sandwich there. A heel who says, oh, I was a face, I was being humble, even though she was never humble, ever. So that's just extra layers of heeldom in the queendom, as they say. But after that, it was indeed a rematch from Mania, Asuka versus Rhea for that Raw Women's title. And that one was like, I feel like those two, sometimes you have two very good wrestlers that are excellent, having excellent matches, and then those two have a match against each other and just don't have that in-ring chemistry. I feel like there's something off with Rhea and Asuka where the matches just, they should be good, but they just aren't for some reason. And you've seen it before, and again, I think AJ Styles and Kevin Owens had kind of the same thing, where they're both really good in matches, just against each other is just not that great. But I could be thinking of somebody else, I don't know. But that match, of course, ends in a DQ because the Queen is here and bow down, etc., etc. Charlotte freaking Flair in the main event scene. What else is new? What else is new? Give me that charged finisher. Give me that slug exploder on Big Dave here. Baptista. Boom. Give me that 1, 2, 3 on Big Dave. And where is John Cena? Can I see him? 3 count. Post-match cutscene, please. Yup, there's that post-match cutscene. Beep, 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 beep. What do we got? And no, nothing. Music's gonna play. Oh, I see the lights going off. The lights are here. John Cena. Where is he? I hear the music. Oh, there he is. Face to face, like a man. Salute. What do you got, John? You ready? Yeah, we're hyped up for it.
It's Cena. It looks like he's ready for a fight. Well, you had to know this was coming. If he knows what's best for him, he'll get out of the ring.
That's fine. Just don't duck 2 of the, yeah, that one. And yeah, that's not smart. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's smart. That's smart.
Cena's on a roll. He looks unstoppable. Well, I think we're going to have a new champion at the pay-per-view.
I have my doubts. I've beaten you before on pay-per-view, John Cena. Boo, boo, doo, boo. Bologna, fudge, and mustard. He looks so angry. Relax, man. Chill out. It's fine. We will have a contract signing between the champion and challenger for the World Heavyweight Championship. Tune in to the show tonight. CM Punk. This is not a contract signing. This is me facing CM Punk on the show. Okay. Now, moving on, we have an Alexa Bliss in her own funhouse type thing here, kind of explaining her actions and that the darkness, she didn't need the Fiend anymore, essentially, because she found something even more evil or whatever, which is kind of what I assumed had happened after the actions at Mania. That makes a lot of sense, I suppose, but introducing a new character here, her own little doll of Lily, which looked pretty creepy. And so, is that going to be a mask for Alexa? Much like the Fiend is a mask for Bray? Or will it be somebody else playing that character? Or we'll see how it pans out over the next few weeks, I suppose, heading towards Backlash. But, Miz TV with Maurice. Always good to see Maurice. They were obviously plugging their Miz and Mrs. happening and airing after Raw on the USA. But Damian Priest comes out and says, hey man, let's fight right now. So it was a 2-on-1 handicap match. I think Priest still has a back injury that he's currently dealing with, so that kind of sucks for him. Has to do that kind of again the night after Mania, but all right. But a victory here in the 2-on-1 due to a distraction roll-up, because why not bury Priest the Raw after Mania? Like, what are you doing, man? I don't know. I would have hoped for a dominant victory here and then move him away from Miz and Morrison. Give him something, like, put him towards Sheamus. Like, give him some kind of a direction, not continue the Miz thing, but I would imagine that we'll see Priest versus Miz and or Morrison at Backlash in a couple of weeks here. So, Mandy and Dana, Nia and Shayna. That match happened, and it was a count-out because apparently being clumsy and slipping is contagious now, or Vince just finds it hilarious. So Nia was clumsy, and then she got angry, and then they took a count-out loss for Mandy and Dana. I don't know. It was dumb. Like, you want to win, right? Being in a match means you want to win, right? Man, I don't know. Lashley MVP out there cutting a promo on, I guess, what they're doing there. I guess actually just MVP cutting a promo there. And out comes McIntyre. Wants a rematch, because why wouldn't he? Back of the line, Drew. Out comes Braun Strowman. But back of the line, Braun. Out comes Randy Orton. And then Adam Pearce says, you know what? I get it. Triple threat match at the show tonight. Main event. And the winner of that triple threat fights the Almighty at Backlash in like 5 weeks. So, main event is set for this evening. 2, 3. Ding, 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 gloom. How was that big match, John? Let's sign that contract. 4.5-star squash match. There it is.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I am proud to present the main event for our next pay-per-view. My personal idea, because I know what's best for business. You fans can thank me later. If you two will just sign this contract, we can make it official.
Come on, John boy. Sign that deal. Dotted line. Oh, here we go. At least it's not when they recorded fake John Cena voiceover that was not John Cena. Like, it's not that. At least it's not that, because that was terrible. Yep. Don't sing it. Just bring it. The deal is signed. We're not gonna... Oh, here we go. Attack without mercy. Look, man. It's a contract signing. This is what we do.
Here we go.
We fight on Friday nights, Michael. Ball game.
These two wouldn't be able to get through this without beating each other senseless.
Nah. My title.
Is this what we're going to see at the pay-per-view? We'll find out soon.
My attitude will not be adjusted, John Cena. I'll see you on Sunday. Your match with John Cena is coming up. Make sure you don't embarrass yourself out there. This is the main event matchup after all. Thanks, Vicky. Here we go. Big fight feel, big match John, Night of Champions. And so, we also had Elias and Riker in the ring, kind of saying, hey man, Mania, stuff happened. But out comes the New Day to say, hey, you are a disgrace to the tag team division. And they had a match. Of course, the New Day wins that match. Then we get to the actual classic Firefly Funhouse with Bray Wyatt and the Puppets. And that's interesting. I'm not sure what direction that's going to go in with all of that, with Alexa and Bray having their own Funhouse stuff going on. But we'll see, I guess. And of course, the main event was McIntyre and Randy and Braun doing their triple threat business. And Drew with the Claymore as Randy was pinning Braun after an RKO, gets that pinfall, the opportunity there, gets that, so it will be a rematch at WrestleMania Backlash between the almighty champion, Bobby Lashley, and the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre. They're doing it again, so sure, fine, whatever. But the wrinkle here, the little bit of a wrinkle here, is that after the match, after Drew wins, we have MVP walk out, right? No Lashley, just MVP, plays the music, comes out, and then from behind, T-Bar and Mace attack Drew McIntyre and plant him down. And that's the end of how Raw was. So you're like, wait, you disbanded Retribution, but they're still wearing the stuff for it. And I guess MVP paid them off to attack Drew, which you think there was a bounty that Lashley had put up before Mania. Why didn't T-Bar and Mace do it before? Because they'd already been out of the group before. Are they now in the Hurt business? Or are they not in... Bro. That's the whole point. If you don't understand what's going on, then alright, then you gotta watch next week to understand what's going on. Like, that's kind of the whole idea there between that kind of a weird what's going on kind of ending for Monday Night Raw. But now, my plan is to handily good lucha things here to John Cena. And springboard! I always whiff that. I always whiff that. Every time. Every freaking time. Whoops. Meteora. Now. Woo! Look at that splash. Good lucha things, John Cena. You're getting put down by the Lucha Slug on this show. That was terrible. But that was the opposite of lucha. What are you doing, John Cena? Not going to come back here. Or trying to. Or not. Meteora to John Cena. Springboard! Doing it, and continuing to do it. But John Cena gets his reversals. Mr. Cena gets heels, I suppose. But we head towards, we always head towards, and that is a dominant victory for attackslug. Wouldn't have it any other way. 95%, John. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Crawl. Crawl till you fall, John Cena. Reversed the signature. Okay. Some more fight than I had thought he would have. I've already beaten him once here on pay-per-view, so this time the stakes are that much higher. Because, really, the stakes are that much higher and that much more delicious. Definitely not a well-done steak. Gross. So, too dry. John Cena, you avoided, the hip toss. My finishing maneuvers, plural, you avoided them. But how long can you avoid them, John Cena? 99, 100. Toss you over, boom! And then go for that shooting slug press from the top. Fantastical lucha styles here. Pinfall on John Cena. 1, 2, 3. He couldn't hit his finish, and therefore he loses. Sorry, John boy. It's just that simple. Twisting in midair on that. And there it is. And still World Heavyweight Champion. I'm taking my belt to Raw, Vicky. I'm doing that. 4.5 stars, instant classic, defended that title. Impressive showing from attackslug. Now I understand why he is the champ. But I'll be back. Sorry, John. Champ is here. Wait. John Cena is the WWE champion? Wait. Huh? How is that match not then a unification match? Look, I got one more match here. I'm going to Raw, looks like. So, tomorrow, tune in for that. I'm attackslug. Thanks for watching. More videos right here. See you next time. And I'm out.